Okay. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We got booted off real quick there. I guess Zoom didn't like anything I was doing, so they said enough of that. We're going to give it another try here. So I will start off again by saying we're here for the December 13th, 2023 zoning citation hearings. 9 items on the agenda today. And Attorney Gary Overs, counselor, take it away. Oh, okay. Fair enough. All right, so this is Attorney Gary Overs. He's the citation hearing officer for today. And I am John Hayducky, Deputy Zoning Inspector for the City of Norwalk. Our first item of the day is 7 Knob Hill. And the last time I did this, everything came crashing down, but let's hope it doesn't do it again. Let's try this. Let's do, oh, let's see. Where are they? Let's get these up here. Let's do it. 7 Knob Hill. Okay, come on now. And let's share that screen. Hey, leave.
You haven't missed it.
Oh, and you missed the. I've been kicked out a couple times now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it just crashes and crashes. So I'm hoping this. Hopefully. All right. See, there it goes again. Yeah. And I'm out. Yep, done. I can't click on anything up here.
This happened in that conference room before, though.
It did? Well, no, it would kick off, and then it would bring. By the council representing, and I think we even had one where we had to move it. So we are back here today. I'll try and go over anything that is pertinent that's happened since then. So the first thing that I'm going to present to the hearing officer is from August 7th. And I want the officer just to consider this in, we actually got a inquiry from somebody called our office regarding a renting a potential unit and called our.
Do we have them notice?
I could do that first. I can do that first. That's not a problem. We can do that. That's going to be down. Forgive me there, everybody. That is, nope, not that one. Let me see, so this one. Oh, that's
Can you introduce the people for the record, Attorney Heisler?
Oh, yes, Abram Heisler for the respondents, Daniel and Kevin Smith. With me is Kevin Smith, one of the owners, respondents, and Roberta Smith, who is his sister, who is one of the managers of the property.
Okay, are they going to testify?
Possibly, I'll ask them a question or two. Yes, they will testify, yes. Kevin, definitely.
Raise your right hands, please. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Yes, we do. I do.
Okay, so do you
There we go.
have any objection to notice?
No.
Okay, thanks.
Fine, let's go on.
All right, let me get back up here. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, so first thing I wanted to present was we did receive an inquiry from somebody that was apparently responding to an ad for the renting of a room at renting of the basement unit at 7 Nob Hill. And I just wanted to present this to the hearing officer, just to make sure that it is known that the basement cannot be rented as a separate unit. Cannot have, and on the advertising here, as you can see, is there's the word that's a trigger for us, which is kitchenette. And that is, kitchenette says unit. And that is not permitted. The basement unit it's not permitted to be a unit. Now, while there are, you can't allow for space to be rented separately, but it does have to meet criteria. That actually came from Craigslist online. So when we got the inquiry, which we get standard, people they call us, see if units are legal to be rented.
Oh, that's
Roberta. Yeah. So
Attorney Heisler, any objection to that as a city?
I have no objection, but I want to comment that I believe that it was called in by Janet Guthrie, who I evicted from a different unit in that property last month, and was showing up at each of the zoning hearings, and I believe that she's the one that called it in.
Is that relevant?
I think it is.
You have no objection.
But I have no objection to it. I mean, it was
That's a full exhibit. Yes, move on.
all righty.
Well, the reason why I commented was, it was not a member of the public or somebody inquiring. My understanding is that it was an interested party in this that brought it to the attention.
It may have been, but we don't. When somebody calls, they just say,
understand.
"Yeah." Our admin just says,
Yes.
"Oh, here, this is what it is."
hello?
Roberta.
I'm raising my hand.
No, you're not talking yet.
All right, I just want to make it more clear who Janet Guthrie is.
It's all right, Roberta. I'll call you if I need
She's
you.
a troublemaking person.
Okay, Roberta, I'll call you if I need you.
Okay, I just wanted to know.
All right.
So I'll try and zip through this as much as possible.
Hello,
Alex, in the back there, if you don't mind.
how are you?
So we did have that, after that, we did have this scheduled for the August hearings, but they were postponed. And there's all the notice for that, but I'm just gonna go through that real quick. There we go. And those were postponed. And here's the documentation for all of that. So yeah, these nice presentations going, and
Sorry,
it happens.
we don't need it.
Yeah, it doesn't need it. So let's see, take that out. This was an email from Attorney Heisler saying he wasn't going to be at the next hearing, so I'm going to go through that. Woo. Let me just try and get down to the meat and potatoes here. I'm trying. That is on 27th there. Okay, so what I'm going to present here is, all right, let me just rotate this so we can all get a good view of it. So what I want to present as my next exhibit is an inspection which was done on October 30th, done by myself the building department, and the fire marshal's office.
Okay, so that's not in the file yet.
That is, yeah, I've not submitted that. So that's submitting for my exhibit. And I'll go through it here. So if you want to take a look at the screen as well. So this is just a copy of the approval for the plan of the basement, what it is going to become after the basement unit is removed. So, and this is just basically a little index showing my pictures that are upcoming, where approximately they were taken.
When was this done?
This was done on October 30th.
Gotcha.
So first photo was taken. This is just the front entry as you're going into the basement. And the next photo here is showing that this the bedroom so as you're walking in the basement, on the left-hand side, there was a bedroom, but it had a key lock. It's a separation lock. Those are not permitted. And this is the next room down on the right. If you're going down the hall a little bit, there's another key lock on there. Again, that's a separation lock, not permitted. This is, as you keep going straight into the basement, this is a little bar sink area, which was permitted under the initial approval. And about 4 feet of cabinetry, lower cabinetry with a 1x1 sink. It was a little bit extra. That's just the thickness of the countertop there. So I'm okay with that. The directions were followed to install a bar sink. So that was good. Photo 5, this is a room that as you're going all the way to the end of the basement, it's another bedroom that also had a key lock on it, again, our separation lock. And this is an interior shot of that, the bedroom that's adjacent to the open space in the basement. Just show that it is living quarters. And photo number 7, this is adjacent to the bedroom that I just showed here in photo 6. Adjacent to that is a laundry mechanical room. And this door is a door that leads upstairs, an interior staircase that leads upstairs. And again, the same problem was the locks, the deadbolt or key lock. I think I have one more. Yes, I do. And so this is just I took a little photo trying to illustrate in that room so those are the stairs that are going up. And this is the laundry mechanical space here. And on each side, as you can see, there is a separation lock, a deadbolt lock. I think that's all of them. And then one more, I took one of the outside. As part of the approval, there is a permitted in-law apartment upstairs as part of the approval that was done in 2019. As part of that approval, there needs to be a supplied parking space behind the front setback. So this is the measurements. Actually, they do go back to here. This is actually a 9x20 space. The front setback is approximately right in here. So that is a legal parking space. By our current definitions, that is a legal parking space. So let me just see what my next
This is all part of
Most
it.
of this is done.
Roberta.
Attorney Heisler.
Most things.
Roberta, I'd ask you please not to say anything. Okay, sorry.
Yes, I'm just trying to get a good so I want to make sure
Is this all in the same package, John?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
I know where we're going.
Well, now we're done with that package.
Well, hold on a second.
Yeah, that's I wanted to make sure I didn't have anything else in there.
On that?
No. Well, actually, yeah, I do briefly. So right now, what's outstanding is the key locks in photographs 1, 2, 5, and 7 need to be removed. 5, 2, 7, and 8, I'm sorry, need to be removed.
Correct. They just need to be a regular old door lock. A little, like there's a technical term for them, but not separation lock.
Okay. Is, if I could ask, is those little bathroom locks okay where you push
Yeah, like the typical, like a bedroom, like when
with like a
you're,
little push button?
yeah, if you have like when you were a kid, you had a bedroom, you locked it so you thought your parents wouldn't
Yes.
get in, but they can
Then
still get in.
They take
even-
a hanger and.
Yeah, exactly,
Okay,
yeah.
it's called privacy.
Yeah, exactly, privacy lock, that's it,
Privacy
yes,
lock,
thank you.
okay. Right, and then my understanding is that the only other outstanding violation was the removal of the refrigerator from the basement area.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
That's correct.
So if we could reschedule an inspection in about 2 to 3 weeks, you could have the locks changed.
Absolutely.
And have the refrigerator removed.
Right, I just also want to put on there, on the record, is that, now to have everything in compliance, it's not just a certificate of zoning compliance, we also need a certificate of occupancy from the building department. They do have, that was the next, second half of my presentation, but we can skip.
Okay.
It's just that
So this is a full exhibit,
fair enough, yes.
and where are we going now?
Well, I was just gonna do my usual, where is it? Here we go. I'll just do it real quick, very quickly here. Let's see here. So let's see here. November was the continuation. And okay, that was today. So basically, the only thing that I was going to add to that was I did have a conversation with one of the building inspectors, Peter Kelly,
Right.
and he just basically said that there's still some outstanding code requirements for the upstairs accessory apartment, and that's the critical point. It does relate to us because a CO is needed and you can't get a CO without passing building inspections.
Okay, but I can't hold that against them under my.
Correct.
All I got is
Well, I say
basically all I got is the key locks.
I guess. Well, where I'm going is that to get get full compliance, if that was something to consider in your determination. In this case, it's not just us that needs the certificates, also the building department. There's still outstanding items there.
God, I got.
If I could inquire, is that revolving the deck to the property?
That is one thing he did mention, yes, in our quick conversation. He mentioned the deck, and there was also a light fixture in the bathroom downstairs in the basement that was exposed. You can't have the exposed wiring that needs to be fixed.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, inside the bathroom?
Yes, inside the bathroom. I believe it was actually the shower, I think is what he said. It's a little fan light fixture under the shower.
Okay.
Can I talk to Bob?
No, Roberta.
Put that in.
Okay, so,
I'm sorry. So
Yes,
they fixed the locks in the refrigerator. I've got nothing on them at this point. Is that
Right.
okay?
well,
I'm not asking legal advice from you, madam.
Can you stop? I'm asking you
I'm
to
trying to
stop.
give legal advice.
Sorry.
They're all acting like I'm
Attorney
not
Heisler,
trouble.
if you can't control your
yeah,
client, I'm
Roberta,
gonna
can
have
you
a
wait
leave.
outside? Roberta, can you wait outside?
I'll just sit quiet.
Please
Yes, don't say anything.
Okay, stop. Okay, she won't say a word.
Where was I? Go ahead, answer my question.
so
He
if they
walks in
did,
here tomorrow with the locks in the refrigerator fixed. Am I done with him for the time being?
may I ask Counselor for the time being, was then
There's nothing else he's not coming back till something else happens.
we wouldn't be able to come back until he gets his certificates.
But he won't have any violation as far as I'm concerned. That's all I'm asking.
He would, because we don't have the certificate of zoning compliance.
Thank
yet.
you.
Yes,
And that we need to fix those other
and
items.
yes,
Okay.
and
Okay,
as part of that process, all the
okay. All right, Attorney Heisler, where are we going from here now that I understand?
sorry,
Just 1 minute.
I would say 3 weeks.
Okay, so there is a proposal, which I'd like to be an exhibit from Rudy De La Cruz to correct the deck. I was not aware of the issue with the exposed fixture, but it doesn't sound complicated, and I think we could take care of that pretty quickly. So I would say we'd be ready. Mr. Smith.
I don't.
Mr. Smith said that he needs 3 weeks. I think that's overly optimistic. I think probably if we come back, if we set up an inspection, maybe the second week in January, I'm going to be on vacation the end of January, but maybe you don't need me here for that. So
Just to, right. Okay.
Yeah.
For what? For a hearing or for?
No, for the final inspection.
Make a copy, that's a full exhibit, put it in file.
Oh, this is for the file. I made
Yeah.
attorney.
Oh,
the
sorry.
copy, so this is
I don't
already.
care what-
yeah.
As long as I have it.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
All right.
Nothing happens, I'll know about it.
Gotcha.
Yes.
That's what we know.
Okay, and these are yours too. so.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so I just want to state for the record that my clients are very grateful for the city's accommodation and allowing them to legalize these units. Which I think is indicative of the fact that the city's mandate is to create as many legal and safe units as possible, and they're very appreciative that they have this opportunity to come into compliance. So I would say that we will contact your office when we have a date for the completion of the deck, and then you can come back with the building department, and hopefully and we could go to a final disposition at that point.
What has been accomplished since the last time we were here?
From our perspective, for one, as a minor standpoint, that parking space was added, which was needed. The tenants that were in there, that's another exhibit. I think the council wanted me to throw in there. There you go. They are being removed or have been.
They have been removed.
Yes. And there was some work done. Like for example, the sink was reduced to bar size and entertainment size. But there's and also the construction of the accessory apartment on the second floor is underway, and that is also when I was there on the 30th with the building department, it was still in mid
Okay, so how much time do you want at this point to come back and see me?
Oh, so I would ask for, I'm gonna be on vacation the last 2 weeks and the first week of February. So if I could ask for like the week of the 12th or the 19th of February.
We have
February.
we have a
February.
we have a hearing set up for the 21st of February already.
Oh, that's great.
That
We
may
want
help.
to continue the 21st, and what's gonna happen when I'm sitting here on the 21st? Where are we going to be?
Oh, the inspections will be completed and hopefully everything will be in compliance, and we could make our cases for a final disposition.
If I were to find them today, Mr. Ducky, how much could we find them?
From when this first started,
This goes back to,
well over $200,000.
Okay. All I've got right now is a contingent fine of $10,000, right?
Correct. That's what's there currently.
Contested hearing. Violation continues, but ongoing progress. Continued to February 21st to 21/24. Due to undergoing various circumstances. Contingent fine increased to $50,000.
Mr. Hyler,
Roberta,
it's to you. I'm tired of having.
you'll tell me later.
That's too far.
It's not.
Too far.
It's not too bad. It's okay.
Yes,
That's
it
absolutely
is.
fine.
We can be done before that.
All right.
Excuse me, that's,
Roberta, just.
but just so you understand, if you're done sooner, it can be done sooner. You don't have to wait till
I understand.
Right, the inspection will be sooner. You,
Uh-huh.
as soon as you're
you can
done,
See Mr. Hayducky and.
right, he'll do the inspection as soon as we're done.
Thank you.
But you'll have to come back to a final
Yes.
hearing to argue the fine.
Yes,
We'll worry about that then.
yes.
Uh,
And I can keep these exhibits.
Yeah.
oral notice, so I'm giving you notice now, we're not sending you.
Absolutely.
50,000. Serious, it's, I want to see progress.
Thank you.
Not complete.
May I? I was going to keep that.
No,
Okay.
not that one.
All right.
Good.
You're all set, Counselor.
Thank you very much.
There was nobody here for that one.
Don't believe so. I'll double check, but, yeah. Nope, I know they are not for this.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
You got it.
very
Take care. Have a
much.
good one. Thanks for meeting you.
John.
Yep. Take care, Counselor.
Thank you.
Take care, Roberta.
You're welcome to stay in here. The rest of the board hearings.
If you want to hear. If you really want to.
Welcome to sit here.
We've been progressing.
Okay, Roberta, we gotta go.
Okay, we've been progressing. We've been doing, there's been adding stuff
Roberta,
on
right.
to us.
Roberta, we gotta go.
Quit while you're ahead.
Yes,
Okay, that was 7, Bill.
yes.
Anybody else represented here?
By council, no.
Anybody else for a short one? Live people here?
We do have live people, so the next one would be 4 France Street.
Oh, that's okay.
So I'm gonna exit that. What is going on here? I just want to exit out of that. There we go. Jeez. It's getting harder and harder. Alex, step on up. Yes. Oh, what happened here? Usually you can just keep going with it as long as it's on that page. Nobody's told me I haven't been able to do that yet, so.
This goes back to you too.
Oh, it does, yes. I'm going to have to organize that all over again later. Okay, yeah, hopefully this one will go a little smoother, seeing as we've hopefully worked out the kinks. Oops, sorry, gave you one too many. Previous form. And the memo. Okay, there we go. Let me just write this down real quick. And that would be 7. Yeah, we have a few that have been around a little bit.
You got a picture? I'm trying to remember.
I do. There we go. Oh, come on, man. There we go.
Oh, yeah,
There we go. Look at
got it. All right.
that. All right. Okay, so here we go. Oh, sure, yeah, no problem. But we're all set there.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so the last time we were here was on November 1st, 2023. And the matter was continued to 11/29. Contingent fine of $12,000 remains. There was already a $12,000 assessed fine. Oral notice was given, and to the continuance was allowed for placement of a proposal to change the zone to rectify the violation for a zoning commission hearing. So now our November 29th meeting was postponed to today. So here's the notice for today's hearings, the actual hearing notice, and Constable Bondi's service. There's the notice for the record right there. Certified mail, and Constable Bondi services there. I just got it back. So it's not part of the
You got
presentation.
notice. So these notices fine.
Very good. Okay. So, I'll start with, the application for zone change was actually denied. So unfortunately, that route to remedy is not available. So the one of two remedies that is left is either complete removal of the structure as if it's not there, or it would have to be reduced in size to meet the height requirements for the zone, still be a residential zone, and then relocated to meet setbacks.
Right, it's all over the property.
Oh, well, yeah, plus it's over the property line, but if it could be moved, and I'll present this here. This is a survey showing it relocated. That's where, take a look there. So it would have to be all.
Yes, sir.
So it would have to be relocated to a compliant area, which this does meet setbacks. And as I stated, there would have to be alterations made to the structure as it sits today to lower it, and may have to reconfigure, remove some of the decks that are currently encroaching and may necessitate those to be removed later. And I do have plans that the property owner did send me. However, and I did include them to show that this is what was proposed. But these were submitted, kind of, shall we say, with a little bit of a hope that the zone change would go through. Yeah, that would be what was, but it does give the idea that it would have been, regardless, had to be relocated anyhow. So the idea is to put it back here off of the existing structure. And then lastly, earlier this week on Monday, the property owner stopped in and met with me. He is agreeable to reducing and relocating the structure. We would just need new plans and a slight adjustment on this survey to reflect that. Then obviously we'll go over it with our zoning magnifying glass to make sure the application is compliant. And if it is, we could issue a zoning approval. And that's.
I forgot to swear you in, sir. State your name for the record.
Alex Etamotfa, 171 Denal Drive, Stanford, Connecticut, 06905.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's
Not out of order.
No, that's okay. We kind of
Okay, so
knew
now
that.
we got a solution pending, right?
Correct. We do not, admittedly, we don't have anything tangible, non-official application at the moment. Just I have the property owner's word that he will be getting the adjusted plans to me as soon as possible. But that is where we stand. Yes.
Okay, when do you anticipate having the adjusted plans, sir?
I already made a phone call for the gentleman for the survey, which is the most important part, because he has all the elevation, and towards that elevation, the architect is going to reduce the height.
Okay, so that's the next step.
Yes, sir.
When is that going to happen? When should we come back?
We should try. I would put this back on for January. I think if the property owner is in contact with the surveyor and the architect, for the survey, the adjustments are relatively simple. The architect may need a little time, but I can't see that taking more than a couple of weeks.
In January, we're going to be ready?
We have a meeting on January 10th, so which is about a month from now. And I think that is more than reasonable to get a minor adjustment on a survey, especially since the survey is already made.
What's your opinion? You agree with him?
About the survey, 100% I agree with him. Maybe architect, as the gentleman said, if it's possible, end of January, it's going to definitely happen. If it comes earlier, I can come to Mr. Hidalgo, right, and I'll be ready for you guys.
Okay, so we're going to continue to what, January what? 1/10/24. Okay, so we have, I guess we have progress, don't we?
We could.
I'm satisfied. We're working on the.
That's your determination. Yep.
Okay, so now I've got a fine here. I've already got a $12,000 fine. Put another, tell you what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna leave it. No, I'm not gonna increase the fine, and I'm not gonna do a contingent fine. Don't wanna keep adding to your burdens if you're really going forward. So let's just continue it.
That's all I wanna go straight with you guys, no problem at all.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm keeping that for him. I was like, what's he looking for? He's looking for that.
Use the money to get this done. Violation continues. Plan in place to become ASAP. $12,000 fine remains. Further fine at this time. Continue. Two.
January 10th.
1/10/24. Oral notice, meaning I'm telling you now, I'm not gonna be served another one of these.
That's fine, that's fine.
Okay.
Every week, at least 2 times.
Yeah, that's true.
Try to solve this as fast as possible.
You got it.
Great.
Actually, attorney wants to appeal. I said, I'm tired. I don't want to appeal. Just leave it as before people believe me. I didn't want to go to the hearing. I
The
knew
money going to appeal can fix your problem.
Yes,
That's right.
yes. The money go to lawyer. The money I could bring this.
Not that I think there's something wrong with giving lawyers a lot of money.
All right, Alex, you're all set.
Also,
Yep.
Thank
if
you.
it's possible, I get a copy. I mean, any day you have one from this and one from architect.
Yeah, if you want to drop in tomorrow morning, I'll copy for you. You got it.
If I can get a copy.
Yeah.
I will work on it. Thank you so much.
You got it, Alex. Take care. You got it. That. I'm gonna keep this separate from the safe side. And then the team.
Are you guys gonna be here at all?
A little bit, yeah,
Okay, just turn off the lights and close the door. I'm gonna head out for.
you got it.
Turn out the lights.
No, yeah. That, there we go. Very good. Here.
This one's free.
John, wanna come up? Sure. Next, you might as well reward you for being here. Number 13. Harriet. That's good. Here, let me grab. Yeah. Here's the previous business form. And here is the note.
Finally got Skype I can read.
Well, that's fair comment. That's certainly. I mean, we're back. It didn't. That's what it does in the other room. Like it does it quick and then
Yeah, I didn't see anything. I would have taken a picture of it.
comes back. It comes back real quick.
He's gonna, no, you said he's gonna check that.
All right. It's happening way more frequently here. The other room, maybe it does it like once or twice.
Okay.
We do have the property over here. Would you like to swear him in? There you
Raise your right hand, please. State your name.
Carol Gostreski.
And do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Okay,
Ducky, bring it on.
sure. So we will, last time we were here was on October 11th. Last time the item was here and last time we heard anything was October 11th, continued to November 29th. A $30,000 contingent fine was placed for progress by today. Oh, by the 29th. So let me correct myself there. And so this was, I just put in the last email that we had gotten from the owner, which was prior to the previous meeting, but I figured for memory purposes. But this is just a previous contact and him saying they would not be at that meeting. That's why it was uncontested. And then really the next thing I got is our cancellation for the 29th.
Which I was here.
Yeah, it was the last second. I was actually, I'm gonna put on the record, I was sick. I had that upper respiratory thing and very last minute cancellation. So because we postponed that one, had to send notice for today. And, oh, why did I press that one out there? Oh, whoops, a little out of order. What? There we go. And there we go. Okay. So there's the hearing notice for today. The 13th. And this is Constable Bondi's service.
Any objection to notice? You have to speak up, you have to answer aloud.
I do not have any objections other than, he's scared my kids, but that's all right, I guess.
Oh, Peter, he can.
Okay.
Gotcha.
We will talk to him about that.
Yes, that we will, yes. And last but not least, this is the property owner saying he would be here today.
How did you scare your kids? I mean,
He's just banging at the doors.
I mean, he didn't, all right.
He does, his reputation is a big time door knocker. Not the first to say that. So basically, yeah, we're just looking for progress today. I'm hoping the property owner has something. It does look like he does. And hopefully we can start moving forward.
Yeah, you're on.
Sure. I want to close that out. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to, really, be coming here or be served with any letters. So let me just present what I have here.
Yep.
This is the third floor.
Yep.
Cable guy with the family is paying $1,500 for it. It's a 2-bedroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Second floor. A single mom with a kid, she's paying $1,350. And restaurant or workers on the second floor on the front, they paying $1,400. Okay. And then this whole floor, this is a big apartment, and pool guys actually, they paying $2,500.
How many people are in there?
In here, 3 guys.
3 guys?
They share a big 4-bedroom
In
apartment.
the restaurant too?
No, they are all 1-bedrooms. The second floor is 1 bedroom and 2 bedrooms on the third floor.
And
Okay.
you said there were restaurant guys.
Restaurant, yeah, it's a couple with a little kid. They work at the restaurants. Okay. Who do you want me to remove?
Totally up to you.
No, I don't want to remove any of them.
You have to remove 2. And it's, to me, it really, it makes no mind. It doesn't make any mind to me.
It does to me because they are real people. I mean, we're talking about real people. This guy here, he's been there for 15 years. What am I going to do with it? What am I going to tell him?
Tell him you put something you weren't supposed to do and you.
I'm not. I can't do that, man. This would be lying. That'll be lying.
I think
How
if
would you be lying? If the rules are you can only have 2 units and you have 4 units.
So, obviously, I mean, you probably don't know the history. I bought this property only 4 years ago, and that's been going on for 30.
Yeah.
the
Somebody should have done the due diligence at the time.
I did.
just the fire marshal is where we got this one.
So maybe we should get the fire marshal to decide what's going.
If you want to have that conversation with them, you can do that. Like I said, to me, I just send the notice saying if there's an illegal unit and it is totally at the will of the property owner, which ones he wants to keep, which one he doesn't. It doesn't,
It's a tough one, John. I don't know. I mean,
I'm not saying it's not tough. I'm just saying that's the, that's the legal stance we have to take, is that, in this case, I'm using it as an example. This is a 4 units, supposed to be a 2. Have to get it down to 2 units.
yes.
Which one is totally up to you, will not make any difference to me. That's the legal answer I gotta give.
What's your total rental there for 4 units? Like 6,000?
$6,000 or so.
I can find you 5,000 a month.
5,000 a month for what?
In violation.
That's what the state statute says. It's $150 a day, which is just a few bucks shy of 5,000.
I know, get it, but guys, you understand that I didn't do it. I mean, I know I bought it. I bought the problem, obviously, but I didn't do it. Like, I don't. I mean, I'm going to evict them. I mean, what am I going to do? I mean, I don't know where they're going to go, what they're going to do, but I'm going to evict them. So is that going to satisfy this citation?
The citation would be the removal of the, as I'm sure you saw with the 2 kitchens.
Yeah.
And making them like the first one we had, and making integral with wherever, like, for example, if you have the first floor, integral with the second floor.
For time being, I really don't feel like borrowing money at 9% to do the construction now. So what would satisfy if I, let's say, got rid of the top floor and one of the second floors? What would satisfy your requirements?
Well, it would be first.
I need to gut it, or I need to remove some of it.
Well, first, you just bring in a permit. Like, you have the plans there, so you're just bringing a permit showing that the unit, which is going to be removed, which is the kitchen, and that the doors that are leading between units, there's like I guess best example, like you said, the first one we had, where there's no separation lock between the 2 spaces.
Okay, but if, let's say, the top floor, I wanna keep it empty. I don't want anybody to up there,
right.
For time.
You can do that as well, as long as the plan, you bring in the plan, say whatever, they're going to be storage or something like that.
An affidavit.
Right, then that's the next, that would be with the permit, would be an affidavit saying that
John, I mean, I'm up against like huge costs. I mean, if I go for a permit, I need to upgrade the electrical service. I need to, we're talking $200,000 worth of work.
Well, I mean, that's why, what I'm saying is rather than having you say, hey, you need to have this done by February or whatever, if you submit a plan, you submit a permit, our permit at least gets you 6 months, then you have to go get a building permit. That's by having the paperwork, that at least gets you some time. It's not a lot, but it does. So that's rather, and then you can start, if you have removed the tenants, also you can
what if I remove the tenants and got the apartments that are, I'm gonna remove them and got the apartments. Is that gonna satisfy you? Because we are talking.
Right, but you still have to pull a zoning approval to do that. Now, it's just our zoning approval is only $100-something bucks. It's not. It's just a normal.
That is fine, but you're not gonna make me go and pull the building permit to do this.
Well, you would have to pull it by the 6 months after. You get 6 months. Our regulations say you have 6 months to get a building permit after a zoning approval.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
What's involved with the building permit if the space is going to be vacant? If the kitchen is removed and we have an affidavit that indicates the space is not going to be used.
That's a good question. The building department generally all they requires once the kitchen is removed, as far as I understand, is that the plumbing has to be capped behind the wall. That's as far as I know.
So what do I need? What do I need the permit for then? I mean, we're not doing any major work. We're not running any plumbing lines or electrical lines. We're capping off.
Right. That would be that would basically be a plumbing permit. It would be a plumbing permit to.
I think for our purposes.
We're talking about zoning here. I mean, I don't think we need to go towards the building. If I satisfy you,
we need eventually a certificate of occupancy and a certificate of zoning compliance.
There's a paper trail that says converting 4 units to 2 units.
Right. So you pull,
but that's gonna open like a huge can of worms as far as the building goes.
I mean, and that's why I suggest use that time, because if you get the zoning approval, then you go over to the building department and you have the discussion. Like, that's what I'm saying, to see exactly what's involved, because I can't tell you, I can't tell you exactly what's involved, because that's not my realm, that's not my world. I just say, you get the zoning approval, you can work with the building department and say, okay, here's what I'm doing. You know, one thing you know you're gonna have to do is cap the plumbing. What do I need to do that from your office, from your department? And it's not that people do this, we do this all the time. It's not a capping.
So what
plumbing.
you're saying, so what you're saying, they're not gonna make me, you know, upgrade the service and do, you know.
I don't want to promise that, because I don't know what I can't promise, it's just not my department. It's like them trying to promise what I do.
Well, I mean, so why don't we focus on satisfying the zone? You know, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to, you know, to just evict people, first of all, which is disgrace to me, but whatever. Because they're gonna end up paying double what they're paying, you know, right now, but yeah, I guess that's what's gonna have to happen.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing the right thing here, right? And
just bring, if you just, we started out bringing me in the plans to get a zoning approval through us.
Zoning approval for what?
For,
Showing 2 units.
yeah, it's just gonna show
Showing
2
2
units,
units.
right, exactly.
So whatever the units I have here, I'm gonna show them as no units.
Right, so
no
you-
kitchen, no.
Right, so you have your page here, like with that
Yeah.
one, you have one
Yeah,
half
I'm
of the
gonna,
page
yeah,
showing.
just remove the kitchen, and let's say, I mean, if whoever.
Right, so this
We
one
need
here,
90 more, let's get rid of these people, right?
right, so it would be, you just get one page for each one showing existing.
Yeah.
Proposed, that's it, and then have it labeled like you have it now.
Okay, let's say, I'm not saying that this is
Right.
gonna happen, but what if the building department comes in and says, oh, this is, you know, the staircase, you know, walking into these, you know, the second floor here is not up to code.
That's something we would have to, the old saying, we'll cross that when we get there. I don't wanna.
Are they gonna, do you think they're gonna treat it as existing condition?
That's a good question. I would say do that homework before you even come in with us with that approval, to see what's involved, to do the bare bones to get in compliance. And I can give them, and when something like this, there's somebody that's dealing with me for a violation, I work with the building department. I'll say, look, here's what's coming in. Can you help out this individual? Tell them what they're gonna need to do. So you're not going in blind, and they're not coming in blind either. But that would be my suggestion, to get something at least going, so that it doesn't negatively impact you here, is at least get the plans into us to review and potentially issue a zoning approval.
I mean,
That would be
step
the-
away. I mean, then I'm just gonna, you know, call my architect, show that, you know, to be the kitchen to be removed, and just leave it as it is, and.
Right,
and
if
take
you
it
want,
from-
yeah, exactly, you can leave those labels there, you can say it's gonna be empty, you can, because to us, it's just the kitchens and the separation.
Well, that's why
That's all
I
it is.
don't understand why you want to get involved with the building department. I mean, if you see that, you know, the kitchen is, you know, obviously the apartment is empty, it's not working, or, you know, plumbing in open water, there's no
Well,
work.
it's because again, they issue the CO, so they have to, because my certificate of zoning compliance
Mhm.
doesn't change what's on the tax records. The CO does. That's why this is, so like Steven said, it's a paper trail. So that you may go in and they may say you need minimal or nothing, which is great for you. And then they issue the CO and we issue the COZZ, you're out of Dodge
I
with
mean,
us.
you probably know I'm in a building trade. And
I know.
I know what CO means.
Yeah,
CO
it's
means that you need to bring everything up to code, today's code.
And
Not
that's,
necessarily.
I hope you're wrong. I hope you're right.
so I mean, I am doing, because I want, you know, it's you do what you have to, just do what you have to do to get that final certificate. That's all we're looking for. That's, you know, as little as possible for you is fine with us.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to Leo. I'm gonna actually, you know, I got some other things to talk to him about. I'm gonna go to Leo and see what the requirement is.
Right.
But I you know, knowing today's standards, it's gonna cost me a lot of money, man.
And if you want, have him talk to me, so he can know what we're looking for here.
Or
So
maybe
that,
should I start a chain email?
yeah, absolutely, feel free,
Yeah.
absolutely, and because
And I'll attach these plans.
and attack those plans
Yeah.
now. At least do that,
Mhm.
and that can get you into here and say, hey, we're doing something.
I'm doing something.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no, that's the point. We can submit that exactly.
I got survey. I got plans. I mean, it's not like I, you know.
Oh no, yeah, exactly.
It's not like I neglected that. It's actually on the back of my mind 24/7, and I don't want it to be.
Right.
You know.
So there you
Buddy here.
go. Same 5. I do not believe so. I know what these are here for. Yeah. You know, yeah, they're here for. I know what they're here for.
So
But not this one.
potentially Leo can say, I'll give you a CO for non-existing units, and then he's not gonna even look at the other ones.
He may not, right, exactly.
If that's
ideal.
the case, I'm good with it,
Yeah.
because again, I mean, that's gonna open another can of worms, which will kill
Look for that. Thank you.
All right.
Oh, you probably want this one, right? This is the memo, okay?
Meanwhile, I got the assessment for Harriet as a 4-family.
It's a lot, I know,
Ooh, okay. All right, so the situation is.
So how does that work? Like, this house been taxed as a 4-family since 1993.
That's a good question for the tax department. That's a very
Yeah,
good
but
question.
this is very convenient. You're saying that, and then the fire marshal comes in, puts the word out, and all of a sudden it's a big problem. Like, I don't understand that.
Because the tax assessor
Yeah.
writes down what they observe, and they tax you on what you're doing. They don't make a legal determination.
I understand, but this is convenient for them to tax me or
So that's
whoever
the
was
question
before.
myself, and they said they're not allowed to alter that or notify. It's just not what they're familiar with.
It's a problem I have and we have ran into for me going on 2 decades now. It's a, they go out and they assess, they tax what they see, and they do not check with us.
Yeah, and again, I mean, I'm saying that, and I said that before. I knew what I was getting into, and the fact, my lawyers, were telling me, like, listen, I mean, this is not what it's supposed to be, and I said, I get it, but it's been taxed for so many years,
right?
What can go wrong?
Well,
And little do I know.
behold.
When are we continuing this to?
I think we can have at least a good chunk of progress, if not at least maybe even a zoning approval issued, definitely by, I'm going to say February, for no other reason. Our January 10th hearing is huge.
I'll start this, this week, I'll put the email, to you and to Leo.
Yep.
And let's see what we can do.
February 21st would be.
I'm gonna continue with this to February. There's a contingent fine of $30,000. I'm gonna leave it contingent since I see progress. I'm not gonna increase it. For one thing, you're about to lose half your rental income. So I'm sympathetic to that too. All right, so continue that. I'm giving you notice right now. So we're not gonna send the marshal to scare you.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
Okay. All set, thank you.
Yep, so you're all set, and we'll be in touch. Send that email.
Yeah, no, listen, again, this is not something that I treat lightly or anything like that. It's just that.
No,
it seems like you guys trying to do the right thing, but we're hurting people. Like, well, it's not.
I had said I've heard.
And what about that zoning change? Is that gonna go through or?
You would like to.
Is that right? Because this property will qualify as a legal 4-family. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna have to do much more work to bring it to code, but this property right here, is gonna qualify. I already spoke to the lawyer. I mean, is there?
I mean, if that's the case, then I would say you come back at the February hearing and then lay that out, and John and I would discuss it.
Okay. So we're gonna know, yes, well, right or left tomorrow, is that right?
Well, tomorrow night, so.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We should. That's the point.
Hopefully, yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
All right. I mean, maybe that's the case. And then again, even if I have to borrow money and do it up to today's standards, that would make sense.
Right.
But doing it twice.
Right.
All right. Good deal.
Take care.
Very much.
You got it. Yep. Okay. Since I know we got a crowd for one of these here, so I'm going to skip to that one. That would be 2 Cosset. I think we got some waiting out there. I think Maritza.
I got 2 of them here saying 2 Cosset.
Oh yes, indeed. I'll go through that.
Are you Cosset? Yeah.
Just get this settled up here.
We are a couple of the happy people that live on Chatham Drive.
If you, it's say that because just in case the property owners come in, we'll have them
Okay.
sit
I
there.
don't see anybody else.
Yeah, right.
No.
I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, all right. So let's get this.
Put these out.
I hate to say it. Okay, so I believe we have several participants here for wanting to testify on 2 Cosset Street. We're going to go through our presentation here, as you see, and then I will open up the participant window, and I'll bring everybody in to make their statements. So just hang out for a second, and I'll get back to everybody that's there. So 2 Cosset Street. Let me get these out here. So 2 Cosset Street actually has 2 separate files, as there was 2. Okay, that's interesting. Why am
Freeze?
Oh, it may have froze. Nope, there we go. So why am I a guest on this?
I don't know.
That's odd. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna stop share for 1 second just to make sure nothing unforeseen happened. No Zoom's there. Okay. I don't know why I'm on here. I shouldn't, but all right, I can move on without that. There we go. So there are 2 matters on here. One was a complaint filed back in and one is a little more recent. So the matters, because they were separate.
Is this new?
For you, yes. So I was going to start with that. As you can see in my presentation, this was originally heard once by our, shall we say, second hearing officer, because they're originally going to be heard on a hearing to which the esteemed counselor, Attorney Olbers, could not make. So we gave this to our backup hearing officer, Attorney Studer. But given shall I say, the inquiries and the importance of this to the neighborhood and to the city as a whole, we brought this to you because the previous hearing officer did not make a determination of fines or anything like that. The only thing that he did was say that notice was proper and that there was a violation. So that's why, and then that's just one of them. The other one, the previous hearing officer did not hear. Nobody has heard this one yet. This would be the first time. So given that it's the same address, we want to keep the 2 files, lack of better terms, on the same path.
Okay.
So here is the previous decision form from Attorney Studer. And this is the memo from that last hearing. And Attorney Studer, if I may also add, he did not put a date for continuance. He kind of continued at lack of better terms indefinitely because he did not know his schedule at the time, and he didn't want to set a date and then have to cancel or something, as he is may have been at trial or something like that.
Okay.
So we'll start with the older one, which is a violation for an automotive repair. And so the last time we were here was on September 22nd. That's the last time it was heard. The owner was in attendance at that hearing. That's why it was labeled contested hearing. Attorney Studer found that the violation was found and is ongoing. The hearing was continued to allow the owner to work to resolve the violation. He did not issue a fine. He did mention a fine would be considered if no significant progress by the next hearing.
Okay.
So with that, we sent a hearing notice to the owner of record. And as two things to note, this is the auto repair with today's hearing date. And there's the certified mail outgoing. And this is Constable Bondi's service. This is one where obviously my presentation is coming up shortly. The house is not habitable, so the residents are living in a recreational vehicle that is on the property. If you want to keep that on your back burner for now, that's a good idea. Uh-oh.
Listen.
At least you're popular. Okay, so there's Constable Bondi's service. I'm going to do a couple clicks here to get the picture proper here. There we go, and I'll submit these as my first exhibits.
Just 1 second.
Sure. Oh yeah, I want to notice. That's very true.
Finding notice here. Let the reflected. It's what time? 4:23, and respondent is not here. Okay, great.
So first set of exhibits, photographs I'd like to submit were taken.
So who's going to be here besides?
We had the neighbors, neighbor in the neighborhood, interested parties, and we have several up here.
Okay, I'm going to want to swear them in if they want to speak.
That's gonna be interesting because they're dial-ins.
Yeah, they just start. They can star 9 on their phone and then star 6 to raise their hand.
Oh,
Star 9 to raise their hand, star 6 to talk.
all right. Let's do that now. Let's do it here. So we have this one here, and asked on anybody? Oh, there we go. We got one. Look at that. All right. Hi, Anna. How are you? Are you asked to unmute? You're still muted. Do you want to? How can we do this here?
She just has to unmute herself.
Yeah, Anna, you just have to unmute yourself.
Hello?
Anna, you there?
Oh. Hello? Hello?
Oh. Hi.
Hey.
Hello?
Hi, can you hear us?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes,
Oh.
yes, John?
Yes, Anna. Yes,
John?
glad to hear you.
Yes. So I am, as I had mentioned in my email, I hope you
Anna,
got
real
it.
quick, Anna, hold on. We're just swearing you in because you're going to testify. You're going to make a comment.
Okay.
So we're just swearing you in for now. And then we're going to do, I have a presentation to do, and then we'll bring you back in for comment. So just hang on one second.
Because I have an appointment. I'm going to, I have my phone with me, but I have to do an appointment, and I'm trying to listen and pay attention, and hopefully I'll be able to comment again later. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so we'll at least swear you in just in case. If you can, great. If not, don't worry about it. You can still listen in, but we'll swear you in now just to cover that.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Can you state your name and address for the record, please?
Yes, my first name is Donna, last name is Lumsden, and my address is 1 Cosset Road.
Can you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Donna. All right, so we'll bring you back in. I'll ask you to unmute again when we're ready for you. If you want to contribute, if you can, great.
Okay.
If not, you can listen in.
Okay, so mute me now, and I'm going to keep listening, and I'll unmute later if I can.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, geez. All right. So we have Anna here.
Hello, I'm here. I hope you can hear me.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Very good. So I don't know if you heard that last spiel there, but we're going to swear you in. And then I'm going to do my presentation and we'll bring you back in for comment after that.
Sounds good.
State your name and address, please.
My name is Ana Gomez, and I'm the owner of 31 Chatham Drive in Norwalk.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to mute you real quick and we'll bring you back in a few minutes. Oh, there we go. Perfect. And which one was that? That one. Yeah. And whoever else is here that wishes to submit comment, raise your hand. Oh, okay.
It's on your phone, it's *9 if you want to raise your hand.
Perfect. Yeah, *9. There you go. Perfect. Thank you, Stephen. I didn't know that. No, apparently not. Okay. So in that case, we have two present here.
Yes, Mary Jane Steele.
Raise your right hand, please. State your name.
Mary Jane Steele.
Yeah. Fred Steele. And do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, now we're getting started.
Now we can get cooking. All right. So again, first exhibits are photos taken from October 13th. So the first photo I have here, I'll try and get this really quick because there's a bunch of photos. This is looking from the right of way. This is along Chatham Drive, two Cossett's a corner property. So this is looking from Chatham Drive. And we're looking at some car parts here on the right-hand side and just a ton of vehicles stored in the back. Some of them have plates, most of them do not. So that's just a wide view of the backyard. And this is a little close-up standing in the same spot. The reason I wanted to get a little close-up is on the bottom part of the photo, there is a barrel with some sort of fluid in it. I cannot confirm what was in it. Could be anything from water to oil to acid. I don't know, but it was full and it's being stored on the property. Third photo. This was taken from there's a corner of the property as you're going down, a corner of the right of way on Chatham. There's a little height and elevation showing a spray painted car and other vehicles on the property that you can clearly see over. You can clearly see from the right of way. And photo number 4. This was taken again. This is zoomed in from all these photos. I'm kind of leaning a little bit, but this is the zoom with the camera. Showing car parts and a tree over a vehicle. Probably has not moved in quite some time. This is from the neighboring property while I was there. This is photo number 5. The neighbor adjacent saw me taking pictures, invited me onto her property for a better look. And this is where this was from. So this is the view from that neighboring property. Let's see again, vehicle storage in the rear, tires, car parts, just a whole lot of automotive stuff going on in the back there. Photo number 6, the neighboring property allowed me to get a little bit better of a shot of the barrel storage. It wasn't just one, there are several. Again, these all had some sort of fluid in it. Admittedly, don't know what, but
how do you know there's fluid?
The best one here you can tell is the one on the far left. You can see the line through the shadow that's the fill line, and it's dark on the way down. Right, the blue ones full emissions as well. You're right. I don't know if they're full, but generally, if the tops are beveled like they are. Then in case they're filled to the gills. generally, unless they got something in there that's causing some pressure. That would be pretty intense though. Again, from the neighboring property, just showing pile of tires and various tools and automotive parts. Shot in from, again, from the neighboring property. Photo 8 is a close-up of the these look like exhausts. Why would somebody have more than one exhaust pipe if they weren't using them for something? Put it that way. My assertion is that it's for automotive repair purposes. So that's the 8 photos. I'm accepting that for Exhibit 1.
Did you take these?
I did, yes. Those are my initials on the photos.
Is it in the ordinary course of business for you to take photos like this?
Indeed it is.
You took these in the ordinary course of business?
Correct.
And they've been in your custody and control since they were taken?
Absolutely.
And they're at or near the time of the event?
Correct.
Okay, I'll find these as a full exhibit.
Thank you. Let's put these over here so I can get organized later. Okay, so the next exhibit I would like to submit, and okay, that looks like I'm all right though. Okay, there we go. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay, so the next I have here, this is from our blight enforcement officer. He has a file on this as well. He conducted an inspection off hours, full admission, and I'll show that here. That's his email to me showing that he was at a McMahon football game, and he took these photos en route back around 7 p.m. on October 16th. I'm not October 16th, my apologies. On Friday, October 13th. My apologies. The Friday prior to the 16th. And so these photos I'm submitting are the attachments in order. And he has the first attachment is from around 9:30.
You know, this is
okay.
Pure hearsay.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna miss. Fair enough. I will put these next to the side and I will just zip right through these. Well, there we go. Got to do a couple turns here. My apologies. Okay, there we go. So then the next exhibit, try for Exhibit 2 here, is inspection photos taken by me on November 16th. So the first one here, this is the rear of the property from, I would say I was on Cossett Road, the right of way. It may have been on the very corner of Cossett and Chatham, but I'm giving a little approximation there. Have a vehicle that's been stored here for dug into the ground. So it's been there for quite some time. It's in the front setback, did not have a registration. Also, you can see in the back, vehicle storage, and the red tool here appears to be a engine hoist or some sort of lift. So that's photo 1. Photo 2, same perspective, just there we go. Same perspective, just zoomed in with the camera through a gap in the fence. See, you have unregistered derelict vehicle there. We have another vehicle stored here, and just and another little close-up of a truck that was stored in the front there. Picture number 3, photo number 3. Again, another gap in the fence. Didn't have to move much. Some barrels still stored, the same automotive parts, exhaust pipes from the October 16th photos, and also some small parts along the ground as well. And these oil tanks, again, don't know if those are full or not, but definitely potential to have some fluid in there. And let's see here, from through the same that same gap, just a little bit more of an angle. This is actually fully from Chatham Drive is where these photos are taken from. As you can see, several vehicles stored, all these with no registrations. As a matter of fact, the black car in the back here has the chalk writing on the windshield, meaning that was from either a auction or a wrecker. So that was something that was brought onto the property. Let's see. This is from the neighboring property again. Got a little bit better look at that, what I'm calling a joist or a some sort of a lift. As you can tell, it's got the arm, and given its size, it's not enough for a car. I'm assuming it's the engine or something along those lines that's used to lift. Next photo 6, from neighboring property again. Again, vehicle storage, much of the same. Just parts and equipment here, tires, wash, rinse, and repeat vehicle storage and ancillary storage of car parts. Again, from Chatham Drive, photo 7, through, again, a gap. This is more of a wider view to get an idea. You see how far back the storage of the vehicles go. This is almost to another house over here on Chatham, at the top of the picture. And number 8, this is, again, a little more of an angle through that gap, showing also there's vehicle storage right up against the house. And as you can tell on the house, this house actually had a very bad fire back in May. And the fire marshal deemed it was because of automotive supplies stored. So
That's hearsay.
okay, fair enough. No, that's fine. I'm saying, but I will also submit that this is it's a burned out structure, so they're not using the house for any of this. This is all being stored outside.
Gotcha. You took these pictures?
Indeed.
In the ordinary course of business?
Indeed.
In the ordinary course of business for you to take these pictures?
Yep.
They've been under your custody and control since they were taken?
Yes, sir.
And they were taken at or near the time of the event?
That's correct.
I will make that a full exhibit.
Very good. And I do have one more set here. It's in a separate little presentation here because this is the end of those photos. I do have one more set of photos here that I will present. I will go do any testimony or anything I need to verify that I took these pictures. These are from today. So if I may, they're in order as presented to the hearing officer that you'll see on the screen. These were taken today at about noon. So first photo is along Chatham Drive. This is Chatham here. And as you go around here, Casa is over on this side. And as you see, even from a distance, you still see the tops of the cars that were being stored from previous inspections on October 16th and October 13th and November 16th. The second photo, through a gap, you can see the same graffitied car that was documented back in October. Let's see, keep this one here. There we go. And now more of the fence has been, well, knocked down. I'll put it that way. Whether it was by accident or not, I can only surmise. And just more unmowed debris. You got tires. You got some tools over here, and some sort of containers there. Again, in graffiti. Let's see. And here is a little bit wider angle of what I just showed. You got tire, looks like could be a small trailer. Again, tires and some tools strewn about the backyard, and an unregistered car as well being stored. And let's see, our next photo, just showing again some more barrels here. There's a truck that was shown in the previous picture. And it does seem that one of the vehicles that was in previous photos was removed. But other than that, the other vehicles are still there. The next photo is, again, this is looking over the fence that was fallen over. You still see the car with the windshield chalk and the red Mustang that's unregistered, and the white car that was in front of it with some under repair, and the van, unregistered van, is still there. This is going around the corner, showing the truck. The reason I took a picture of this is because there is a license plate there and it's moved out into the street. So that is something different, but that was the one that was stored over in this area prior.
But this is registered and parked legal right now.
In the street, yes, correct. Yep, yeah. For now, yes. So if I may go back to that other pictures really quick. So this is an RV that is now being parked. It could be, it's half in the right of way, half not. It's on the property, half in the street. So that does enter our realm. And so the reason I took this picture, I will also come back to this picture later. So I'm going to kindly scoop by this one. And just to show, I just want to drive the point home that there's so much activity going on with the automotive storage and activity at the rear of the property. It's spilling out onto the street. That's why I took this photo to see that it's, and here's one more of the another vehicle in the streets. It's in the street, has a lot of debris in it. There's an engine in there. Guess I could fit in the backyard.
A boat too.
And a boat, and also there's a derelict Jeep in the back. And this vehicle, full honesty, was always there since the fire. I guess it's still there because it may be something with insurance, but that just put the bow on it, if you will.
Took these today.
I did take these today at approximately 12 noon.
They're representation of what you saw.
Absolutely.
And you took them in the ordinary course of business, and it's in the course of business for you to take photos like these. And
absolutely
been in your custody and control ever since.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll find that as a full exhibit.
Very good. So that would conclude my presentation on the automotive repair aspect of this. I will typically, I'm sure if our corporation counsel was here, he would tell me that we would rule on this one and then move on to the next portion of the property in question. So I guess I could open up the floor for this particular one and then kind of mute everybody again and then go over the next one.
What would be best?
For efficiency or legality? Efficiency, I would just go to the next violation and keep going.
Let's do that. I'm making a very clear record here if anybody wants to.
Yeah, fair enough. That works for me. So we're going to move on to the next violation. I'm just going to put this up here so I don't get everything mixed up. So we'll move on to the next matter at the property. And I will present this here. So this is brand new. You've not heard this. Have not heard this one yet. Nobody has. This is brand new to our hearing process. And I will give the hearing officer the memo. It's very short because it's new. I think I turned my phone off. I heard that. Look at that. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. So this was initiated by a complaint given to City Hall. We have two of them here. I'll present those. And the first one is from our Chief of Economic and Community Development, Jessica. She forwarded this to me on October 10th, copying several members of our office, the Health Department, Building Department, police department and Mayor Rilling. Yeah, the complaint is about a RV located in the front yard with family living in it and residing in it, which that would be a violation. And then we also got
RV in violation or just the fact that they're living it?
Where it's located and the fact they're living in it, both. And then this also came in via our customer service. That's the next page for the same thing. Huge RV in the front yard. Yeah. So basically got the two complaints, went out and investigated. And
so was it found that he set the house on fire?
That is a very good question, whether it was on purpose or not.
We could get the copy of the fire marshal.
I do have the copy of the fire marshal's report. It was with what I presented to Attorney Studer. So I didn't know if you wanted to take that into consideration. I still have it.
I just, it doesn't matter if it was on purpose. I just want to know if what she's saying is true here. He set the house on fire. I don't care if it was because he was drunk or whatever. Just trying to figure out that that's a true statement.
That is a true statement in that
that's all I need.
Yeah. Yeah, in so much of that, yes. So let me do this again. Sorry about that. Didn't go through the copier as I had hoped for there, the scanner. So my first, so after receiving that complaint, did our investigation.
So where is this in location to all those? They're in the back and this is the front.
This is in the front.
Okay.
This is in the front of the house.
Okay.
So this is, so these were done on October 13th. I caught our director of health there as well. Now the equipment here in the piles, that is for street improvement. That's actually city material and equipment. So that's not part of this presentation. But here is the recreational vehicle in the front yard. And there's the boat and trailer in picture 2. And picture 3 is the close-up of the RV. And it does have a water connection. That is a blue connector into, there's a little ring there, a little washer ring that you can plug in. And the bigger one here is for electricity, the white one there. So that they had a water where at this time we did not know where it was coming from, but it was definitely connected. So I used that the why would be connected to water if nobody was in there. That was my logic. So based on that, I sent to the owner of record. There's a tax card. Via constable service, a notice of violation. Oh, come now. Yeah. And the notice of violation is for the 118-340B4D is for storage of recreational vehicles. So that counts for the RV and the boat. And there's also the, if you're living in the RV, that constitutes a different use. So as in another dwelling unit. So that's the notice. That is the certified mail receipt. And this is Constable Bondi's service. And left service in mobile home, parked down the door. Because again, they're...
The other one, he found somebody.
Correct.
Okay.
And let me go here. And this was, I won't submit this. This is the same email that the light officer sent earlier. So I'm going to not.
So I'm going to find notice here.
Okay, that's good for that. Very good. Okay. So we also have a neighbor follow-up here. And this is a email requesting a follow-up from us and to give a little bit of a description as to what's going on there when we're not around. And so this was basically cut down trees.
Is this neighbor here?
Yes. She's in the,
All right, so we'll
Yeah.
let her testify to this,
would you like that now or later?
whatever order you wanna go in.
We can, well, she may not be because she had the appointment.
Well, let's see if she's around.
Let's see. Let's see here. Donnie, you there? Or if you're there, are you able to speak? That's a bigger question. She may not be. Yeah, she may not. Oh, Donnie, you there?
Hello? Can you hear
Hi.
me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Perfect.
Yes, I'm with an appointment, but I think you wanted to ask me a question. I have been trying to listen, so maybe I can answer.
Yeah, real quick. The hearing officer wants to ask you a question about a email submitted to us back in I believe it was October, I think. Yes.
Okay, yes.
October 23rd, you sent an email, and I'm just following up what you're saying on it. You are saying that in October 20th, there was parked and moved around many different cars and trucks going on the front lawn, cut down trees in the backyard with a chainsaw, all while blasting loud music. That's your testimony?
Yes. Yes, that's correct.
You fixed 3 or 4
That was
cars
true.
that came in for auto repair services.
Mm-hmm.
And that you witnessed that, and that's what your testimony is.
Yes, that is correct. At that time frame, yes, that is what happened.
Okay. Okay, Sunday, Sunday, he repaired a souped-up loud motorcycle in the street and gave it gas for 30 minutes or so everyone can hear it.
Yes.
That's true?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right, now you're all set for the moment. We'll reach out.
Okay, mute me again.
You got it.
Okay, mute me.
Yep.
Okay, this is a full exhibit.
Very good. So let's toss it up. All right. So I'm gonna get everything mixed up. I know I'm going to. All right, so let me do my little Okay, so this is a follow-up inspection done on November 16th. Sure, yep.
Let's keep things in order here.
Okay.
You're gonna want to put these back.
Yeah, the paperclip right over there. Hey. Oh yeah, any help I can. Oh, any help I can get is fantastic. Thank you.
Okay.
So yes, and there's the. So these were from November 16th, photo number 1 of 4. This is the RV. As I tried to get a good angle of it, it is parked up on the front lawn a little bit, not a lot. But the one thing I did want to illustrate to confirm my suspicions from earlier, that there was indeed a water tank on top of the RV. So it wasn't too far off. And then also showing again, the boat is in the driveway. That's another good shot of that. Oh, really? Oh, there we go. Okay. Another close up of the RV, and there's the boat and the trailer still in the driveway. Picture number 3, just a little close up again of that water line going into the trailer, and this time you see the electrical hookup. And really? And that's a close up of the water hookup.
This one's going to the water tank.
Correct.
Other one is going to electricity.
To the generator that's next to it.
What generator is it? Oh. Okay.
So I can bring that back up really quick. I think I don't have to.
You've seen these all connect up.
Right. Yep. And there it is. Just for those of us at home, there's the generator. And you can kind of even see the black line running to it there. So based on those 4 photos, what do we got here? Based on those 4 photos, I felt I had enough evidence for a citation.
Okay.
So I sent a citation on November 20th with an initial date of the 29th, but that was postponed. Those hearings were postponed. So I had to send a new notice for today, and there we go. And today, yeah, that's more for record keeping if nothing else. So there's the notice with today for the boat trailer and RV. And last bit on here is Constable Bondi's service. Female occupant of the recreational vehicle accepted service. Okay. So I'm going to make a motion that there's adequate notice for the citation in today's hearing.
Yes, I find notice.
Very good. And if I may, I would like to return to the same photos that I used.
Let's get these in as a exhibit.
Oh, you can do that too?
Visual questions. This
sure.
Ordinary course of business for you to take these and took these.
Yes.
You took these in your ordinary course of business.
Yes, correct. Yeah. I thought you were a comma, and I just answered the whole thing. All right, fair enough.
All on the record.
All right.
There will be elements. They've been in your custody and control the whole time.
Indeed, they have.
And they're fair and reasonable depictions.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's a full exhibit.
Awesome. Let's put that there. And so I am going to double back from an exhibit on the other item for the auto repair. And I'd like to also submit for these photos we're taking today, again, around noontime. And I would like to submit this photo that you see on the screen there of the boat and the trailer in the driveway. These were taken by me today, December 13th, 2023, about noon. And I'd also like to submit for the record this photo as well, showing the, again, actually, it appears water was dripping actually out of that spigot today. And last but not least, just to hammer home that the RV, whoops, I'm going the wrong way, my apologies. Again, it's half and half on the property, half not. But you can see that it's still actively used on the property.
Okay, so these have been voir dire already.
For the other
So
matter.
we can admit them. You should make a copy of these.
I will, yep.
Separate file. But
I shall do that.
I'll be the way. That's fine.
So I am making I'm going to present to the hearing officer that this is still a violation. There's been no effort to remedy this particular violation as well, the boat and the RV. So I'm looking for that violation to be minimal sustained and also perhaps contemplate further action.
All right, well, we have people who want to speak.
So let me,
people came to trouble of being here.
yeah, we'll start with who's in the building here.
If either of you like to speak on the subject.
He is absolutely right. Vehicles come and go constantly. You think that they left and you go, oh my gosh, a couple of them left, but they're back. The noise coming from there is horrendous. I'm 2 houses away from where this is. But the blight, do you know what I mean? You have your lovely little house and then you go around the corner, and at first I felt very bad that their house had burned down. And I understand this, but it's been quite a while now.
How long has it been?
I think it was May.
I can answer. The fire was May 9th.
Yeah. And it's just horrible to see every day. They actually have black garbage bags. I don't know if they collect garbage or what's in those bags, but they just pile up at times. And no, they come and go. There are a lot of things that are there, and then the next day they're gone. So this is what we live with every day, and you look at that every day.
Prior to Mr. Haydaki has not shown me anything like that.
No, I know.
You are free to take pictures and stuff.
Oh, all right, I will. Thank you. I absolutely will.
Okay, anything else from you?
Go ahead. No, I'm done.
Next
Prior to the fire.
I'm sorry?
Prior to the fire, there was complaints about the car business being run in the driveway. He built a temporary shed during the winter over the driveway so he could bring more cars in. he had the streets backed up. So it's been an ongoing detrimental problem for approximately a year.
Okay.
And a couple of things that bother me is environmentally, you've got oil tanks that came out of a house someplace, I guess, 2 of them. You've got other barrels of stuff. You've got any place that's run a junkyard like that, you've got the chemicals that have come out of cars that are contaminated. And I think we could have a very good environmental problem present. And they seem to have no desire to correct anything, but have thumbed their nose at the neighborhood. The RV, I have yet to find a plate on it saying it's registered. And we drive by it probably every day.
Again, feel free to take pictures.
Okay.
All right, so I've got a pretty good understanding of what's going on. Let's, we're gonna roll on both of these things.
Let me just make sure everybody went. Yeah, we'll go to, we'll go on to here, see who, let's see, I am already unmuted. Anna, you want to, chime in?
Sure, absolutely.
Sure.
I just want to say that my biggest concern, like Fred mentioned, who's my next door neighbor, and I'm also 2 doors down from this property, is both environmentally and also for the safety of everyone in the neighborhood, given the history of the fire that already occurred because of the auto repair operation that's been going on there for over a year. And I'm really concerned. I have a teenager, and I'm really concerned that if anything like that should happen again, that either, my daughter or my mother, who's a senior, could be hurt because I'm so close to the property. So that's my biggest concern. Besides all the violations and fines and everything else that I know is against code, I'm really, really concerned about the people in the neighborhood. So I want that to be clear.
Thank you. More witnesses.
Let's see, anybody else want to, chime on in here? Anybody else going once, going twice? Thrice, sold, okay.
They know how to raise their hand or whatever they have to do.
Yeah, let me double check. Yeah, if you want to chime in, you're on the phone. What is it, *9 was it that Steve said? I've never had somebody do. I learned something new today.
Was that?
Yeah, so I think it's *9 to get in, and then we can see you for.
Well, they can just call us directly.
I would have no idea what that number is.
Hi, it's not, it's *6.
*6
to unmute.
There we go.
Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you. There we go. Appreciate that.
Okay, now mute me. It's Donna. Mute me back.
Okay. Would you want, Donna? Do you want to say anything or add anything, or while you got a chance?
Well, to be honest, I've sent you, John, so many emails, and we've had some correspondence. I mean, I live directly across the street. Obviously, the whole neighborhood is affected, but I remember when that garage blew up. He smoked cigarettes and always had his head under a hood, while he was fixing cars and everything inside the garage was, flammable, liquids, whatever they use in auto mechanic places. It just was no surprise. And the fact that he is there every single day, not just sometimes, not passing by, he is there every day, still working on cars, changing tires, under somebody's hood, somebody comes by. Every day, living out of the RV. I don't understand how this is allowed. And this has been going on so long. What can we do to fix this situation? I actually feel bad for the owner because he's not even an owner. He's like the boyfriend. But what can we do? I feel like I'm not doing enough. That's it.
We're taking that step. We're taking that step. Don't worry. We're going.
All right. Thank you.
That's why we're here. Exactly.
Okay.
All right. Now I will put you back. If you need to chime in again, it's *6. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Got it.
No problem. So if you need to chime in again, just feel free to do that, and we'll get you.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, star six, if anybody else wants to chime in. Going once, going twice. So I will throw this out there. You can feel free to say it's not relevant or anything of that nature. I just want to verify a testimony that this was a complaint prior to the fire to our office. However, we did send a notice for that prior to the fire. We did find enough evidence for it to be a automotive repair. But there was a little bit of a gap, frankly, to be honest, for at least a short time. The fire took care of the violation because they were not working they were working in the garage. They were in the back, but not a lot. So for temporarily, the fire took care of the violation. And plus, we wanted, if there was going to be insurance and excuses and things like that, to let that run its course before we entered back into the fray. So
we date back on violation 1 to where?
The citation, I can get that. The first one, let's see here. That was the initial notice of violation we sent on. Okay, that's me. It's here. The initial notice of violation was sent. Almost for a paperless society, huh?
Who did I send the pictures to? Okay.
March 30th, 2023.
Only March?
March 30th.
That was before the fire.
That was before the fire was in May, correct.
So I can have funds leading back to March then?
No, for the automotive can go back to, because then we sent the notice, the owners came in, gave their story, we gave them gave them time to try and rectify. Between that deadline and that time and that deadline is when the fire happened. So we didn't send the citation until later. So for the automotive repair, the fine can go back to August 21st.
Okay.
And we also did stop briefly our investigation as well to allow the fire marshal to do their investigation as well. So that's why there's a little pause there.
But it was still ongoing as far as.
Well, the fire marshal investigation is done. They're complete.
Okay, so
that's why we sent the citation. When I got the green light from the fire marshal that they were done. The newer violation, if you will, that was sent on. Well, let me get this up again here.
You've probably done these calculations, haven't you?
What's that?
You've done these calculations, right?
Yeah, they're on the you got that up there. They're on the memo.
Yeah.
They're here somewhere. I don't know where they went. I knew that was gonna happen with this two. There you go. That's the new one right there.
The new one.
Yep. That's the previous one. There we go.
Oh yeah. So isn't it true? I'm gonna work it.
Right.
I don't want to mess it up anymore. You want to organize a little?
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to organize a little bit. Yeah, that's actually our happier agenda. I'll take this here. Yeah, so I'll take this. I know what this is.
So it's cutting it to half.
It is. I know, right? I know. Jeez. So here's this. So you have them. This is the new violation. There, that's the new one.
Okay.
And we do have the other one here somewhere. I know I do. Here we go. And then this is the this is the RV. This is the automotive.
The automotive
is the older one.
Let's deal with that.
Fair enough. And that is this one.
It's this one. Okay.
Yeah. So I keep this over here for now, so I'm confused. Let's do that one.
Okay. When would you want to continue this to? So it's at my discretion. I don't know what you want to do.
this red was just to
Give it a
see,
month and just as fast as we can push this, or do you wanna give them a little
well,
more?
my was to see, I think the maximum fine which can be placed now is, I think it's on the third page, maybe?
Here's,
Oh, it is, it's right there. Is $17,000. My logic is because of the, put on record, the nature of this, is the extreme nature of what's going on there, in my opinion. I feel that a fine should be issued today, substantial one, and then continued, and hold on, everybody, continued a little farther out, because as we know, once a fine is assessed, we have to start that clock over again. So my suggestion would be issuing a fine now so we can get a lien going on the property for an amount of,
and so the difference, that would still be, if I didn't issue a fine for the entire amount, would that difference go away?
once the assessed amount is issued, it's a hard reset. So then what I would have to do is send the citation again immediately. So I'll send it tomorrow, Friday, I'll send it out, and then the clock starts again. So then my this is
Back to where?
Oh, we go back. So if I send it tomorrow, it'll be 5 days from tomorrow.
Yeah, so we'd lose all that difference there.
What, right, so that's what the maximum fine is 17,100. So if you issued the 17,100
I only
today,
issued the $10,000 fine, we never get that other $7.
right, that 7 is gone.
Got it.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I understand. I should understand these things.
Yeah, that's new. The law department told us we've kind of been doing that wrong. So we got to get it right.
Violation. Fine of $17,100 assessed. Continued to.
So now, because we hit a reset, I don't want to bring it back too quickly, because give them a chance to kick and scream about that. And then, so I would say we do not have, we don't have a hearing scheduled for March yet. Because that would give, it's about 3 months, that would give another $15,000.
All right, let's go to March.
I got the calendar here. The only day I would not do is the 13th, because my birthday's on the 11th. I still might be hungover.
That's my guy. Okay.
Yeah,
How's the 20th look?
Yeah, looks good to me. I don't think I have anything. I have nothing planned. I have a vacation. So yeah, 20th works. I'm on vacation from the 27th to the 31st. So 20th will probably work.
Okay, so the 13th is done. I'm going to take that off.
You can come join me if you want.
Yeah, I just don't want to join you here.
Fair enough.
Off March 6th, we don't have either.
Nope.
I block out every
That's a great idea. Yeah.
So I know it's not happening.
That's a good idea.
February 21.
We have. Yep.
February 14th.
No, that was Valentine's Day. You shouldn't be here on Valentine's Day.
January 31st. Do we have one there?
Nope. The only one we have in January is the 10th.
Let me delete this one.
We'll have a couple of weeks open in case we needed it.
24th, we don't have. We're all caught up here. Wow.
Yeah.
January 17th, we don't have. And January 10th, we have. Okay.
Correct.
Excellent. Now, continue this to March, what did we say?
March 20th.
March 20th, 2024. Need notice. Oh,
I'll figure it out tomorrow.
so that's what we can do to this one. So we got another one.
Right. So I'll take, that's all this here. I'm going to really quickly get these. I'm just going to organize these tomorrow. No reason to keep everybody waiting here. Tomorrow's another day. Another 200 violations I got to deal with. I have time. Okay, that is. Yep. There we go. And this is the new one for the RV, the recreational vehicle.
It says I'm just thinking if this is not enough to make a difference, we'll just make it a contingent fine and keep them.
I think that's fair. I can do very quick math to see what the contingent fine would be in March.
Okay.
I can do that real quick. So we got, let's see, today is 13, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 weeks, so 13 times 7. Let's see, get the calculator. I just want the calculator. What do I want? There we go. No, I don't want the calculator. There we go. 13 times 7. Oh, 791. And we have plus 2. Plus 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus 5. 96 times 150. So the maximum fine would be 14,400 at that time.
All right. Violation found. And this is for the RV and the boat trailer.
Correct. Oh, yeah, one of those newfangled ones they gave you, huh?
I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna do contingent.
Yep.
So nothing changes, contingent fine. Just put $10,000.
Okay, that's well, yeah, that's fine.
Continued. That leaves us more money to.
Right. March 20th.
3/20/24. Need notice.
So for today, because you did not assess anything, so you put a check mark there for liable, yes, but then you put no for 150. Like what it says here, days 0. And then subtotal 0. Stupid thing. Anyway, yeah.
Okay, so that's all we can do with this case today.
Okay, so for those at home, I will for those listening and here, the next step for me will be to I will get the paperwork going to submit for a lien from the Superior Court in Stamford tomorrow, and then that will go to be placed on the land records as a lien. And after 30 days, should the law department feel the need to, they could start foreclosure process.
That was the question Anna just asked.
Oh.
What happens if they don't pay the fine?
Well, it's the owner's problem.
Yeah, that's the owner. Yeah,
the tenant's causing the problem.
The big question is the guy that's caused all of this problem has no vested interest in the property.
Right.
Exactly.
So it would behoove the property owner, because the property owner is going to be liable for that. If they cannot pay that fine, then it will go to a lien on the property.
That's his girlfriend.
If she does have a vested interest.
Can be done that makes him, that's created the whole problem from day one, as far as starting the business, running the neighborhood, destroying everything.
At the moment, for the immediate future, for at least the next, I'll be completely honest, for about the next 30 to 45 days, that's correct. That is right. However, after that point, the lien does go, once the lien goes onto the land records, the option for foreclosure is there for the city. If it's foreclosed, whether he's living in the house, in the RV or whatever, the city will own the property. That's the difference. And then
I really feel sorry for the old lady that lived in the house.
I mean, and that's also why we do this, because we'll say, look, if she takes the appropriate action, if she can, and she takes the appropriate action, I hate to put it this way, all that she will have is the 17,000 that is on the property. It's a lien, and in theory, if we don't bring foreclosure proceedings, that 17,100 will just sit there until the house is sold or until somebody pays it. That's the best case scenario. Is that it sits there.
I can understand how the lien works.
Right.
I'm just amazed that he who has caused the whole mess
it's a state
about to walk away.
It's a state law. The state state statutes for municipal things, like, is that the owner is responsible, not the tenant or
He doesn't have any
occupant.
money anyway, what could we,
Yeah,
what would
why-
matter if we find him, he's got no money. We don't have anything to do to him, we can't put him in jail, so that's it. It's either money or jail in the legal system, we have no authority for jail and he has no money. So this is the best way, the person who's harming will have to take care of that.
Right. Yeah, I'll put this, I totally understand. I understand.
Thank you
totally
for letting us sit in.
Sure, no problem. Thank you for coming. Thank you for helping. And again, if you have any photos you want to submit, email them to me.
Oh, I will take pictures, yes, sir.
Email them to me, absolutely.
Thank you.
No
All right,
problem,
so
guys. Take care.
Oh, it's,
I would not like to be this spot.
you know,
It's frustrating.
it's funny.
I wish I couldn't.
Yeah, no, we have a lovely little house and then you go 2 doors away.
Well, this is our retirement, our condo, home, so,
Yeah.
and all the rest of that, less than 1,000 square feet.
I did
It's
everything
little.
I could.
I'm
I
ready
know.
to appeal my assessment because I live in a blighted area.
You know, yeah,
I can't give you advice, but
that's not a bad idea. Thank you.
you got it. Take care.
Thank you.
Oh,
Can we take a break? I just want to check this voicemail.
sure, absolutely. Actually, let me, Anna has something here. I just want to make sure that she. Oh. Anna, you there? Just want to give you a heads up.
Yes,
You feel free.
Hi,
It's
John.
public. You feel free, but it's just not. It's not going to be considered for record. Just to give you a heads up.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? What did you say?
So any comment you make at this point, because the decision has been rendered,
Yes.
it's not going to be part of record. It's not going to. So if there is an appeal, this conversation would not be part of record.
Okay, all right, good to know. Thank you so much.
Yep, no problem.
And,
we will,
thanks for everything.
sure. We will be back here on March 20th with this. We'll see what happens between now and then. And obviously, as I was saying here, I will notify the neighbors when I send the paperwork for a lien. And I'll try my best, even though it's going to fall on deaf ears. I'm going to try and see what they think about foreclosure.
Okay, and so you mean, I will also at some point as a neighbor receive, information about,
Right, I have your email. I give a copy for anybody that comes to a hearing and I have their email. I scan everything and I send it to them.
You're the best. That's great. Thank you so much. I appreciate all your hard work. And I'm sure as well as the other neighbors, I speak for them. I mean, it's very difficult living there right now, but we will try to, get to the end of this nightmare.
And anything you want to,
and because of your help.
yeah, and anything you want to submit, like I just said here, you can submit an email to me, and whatever photos you submit, I'll put them in the record for the next hearing.
Okay. Did you see in my email, I was going to send you a picture, I didn't have time, but did you see, well, you were there today at 12 o'clock. Last night, he took one of the cars out of the driveway. They stripped it down. All the crap was on the lawn. And then he pulled it out into the shell of a car is in the street. Is that
We
crazy?
got that. Yeah, we got that. We got that. And I will be forwarding that to the police department as well.
Okay. All right. Thanks again, John. I don't want to keep you. All right.
You got it. No problem.
Have a good night.
Take care. You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, everybody, we're back. Sorry for the brief pause there. So we're moving on to 16 Sycamore. I am going to share screen again here. Got that out, got that out, got that out. 16 Sycamore. There we go. And we get the nope. Yeah. That's the memo. From our last hearing. I will get the money.